like, share, and subscribe. We are going to talk about $1,000 a day in the life of a notary. I've uploaded several videos. You guys have reached out. I'm going to keep posting. I'm going to keep sharing. And the more you guys inquire, I'm going to go ahead and keep doing my Zoom classes and also my classes where you can attend live, in session, see me real, get the real classroom feel, get to see other notaries, get to network and that sort of thing. So in my class, I teach you how to make $1,000 a day as a notary, cash notary. Then the second part of the class, part 2, I teach you how to add to that revenue as a notary signing agent, which can close mortgage loan documents or any loan documents. It could be a mortgage, a car, a boat, a motorcycle. So that credential gives you the ability to close any loan document. So it's just a step above different credentials, background check, that sort of thing, than just being a standard notary. It's a notary signing agent. Some people call it loan signing agent. Some people call it notary closing agent. It's all the same. You must be a notary first, and then you can get your signing agent. The name of my signing company is Greatness Mobile Notary and Signings. I will be posting that information. You can reach out to me regarding that. You can check out the website. You can view the CEO, the CFO, and all the people who help make Greatness work. And Greatness was something that was birthed many years ago and then activated this year. So Greatness allows me to get the loans from the escrow title companies, the mortgage lenders, brokers, that sort of thing, and issue them out to my notaries who work up under me. With that being said, that boosts your income potential to unlimited. And here in Florida, this is beach life. Everybody wants to come to Florida for the beach and the weather. So there is always a real estate transaction. There's never going to be a time when you don't have work. There should never be a time when you don't have money. That just should not exist as long as you have your notary stamp in your hand, in your possession at all times. I never go anywhere without my notary stamp. I travel with my notary stamp in my bag. Why? Because I may need it. I am also an e-notary, which means I can notarize documents via Zoom, via a e-notary platform, and charge whatever my standard fee is. I know some of the places have a standard fee. I have set pricing for set clients. I have different prices for repeat clients. My attorneys who use me on a daily basis, they pay one set of prices versus my everyday cash clients who pay a different set of prices. So it just depends on how far I have to drive, my distance, my time. If it's outside of business hours, do I have to go into hospice and do a power of attorney? All of those affects my price schedule and what I have to do. Do I have to prepare the documents? Do you need me to print the documents? Do you need additional copies of the original document I'm notarizing? So inside of my class, I teach you how to boost your revenue. But the first thing you have to do is you have to understand that these are legal documents. It's not about, I'm going to get into this and make $1,000 a day. You have to know what you're doing. You have to be articulate. You have to know who your clients are and know who your clients are that are willing to pay you your fee. This month alone, my average looks like it's about $750 when you average all the days together. Of course, you're going to have maybe a Sunday or Saturday or something that's down, lax, or a holiday in between. But my goal is always $1,000 a day. So as of right now, it is Saturday and it's 4:30-ish, almost 4:30. I am headed to go do a notary for two clients. That will yield me $400 cash. And then I will marry a couple at the St. Augustine Crescent Beach. Or wait a minute. One of the beaches, Jack's Beach, St. Augustine, they're very close together. Marry them at the beach. And the fee for that is $250. So this particular client who's getting married, I will just say the vows, marry them, stamp their marriage license with my notary stamp, and $250. and I'm back in the car in all of about 3 minutes flat. So it takes me a lot longer to drive to the clients than it does to actually do anything else. So, make sure your car is all comfy. You got a printer, ink, paper, Wi-Fi. I cover all of those things in my class that teaches you to stay ready, be ready, and always be prepared to handle any notary situation that comes up. Have your blank forms available, all of those things, so that you can, get the most money that you can get, and then you look prepared, professional, and know your docs, know your documents, know what you're doing. Never assume that the person you're doing the notary for knows the documents. All they know is it says notary and they need a notary. So the more educated and knowledgeable you are, the less errors, mistakes, and those sort of things. And so when my trainees leave me, I try to make sure they understand everything. And I also try to be that contact with them. So I don't just teach the class and just leave them hanging. Now, my notaries who work up under me, who are assigned to my company, they have, of course, full use of me. Why? Because they work up under me and they represent my company. I'm the face of my company, but when you go out and I send you to a client, they see you. They may speak to me, but they see you. So you're the face of greatness. You're the face of the mobile notary side. So I must make sure you are prepared, and I'm always available. So if I send my notary to a 4 o'clock appointment, at 3:55, I'm making sure my phone line is clear so that I can catch a call if they have a question about a document, if they have any type of question. How do I take the payment? Who do they need to give the payment to? The person needs to pay with the sale or whatever, that I'm able to assist, be there, and they look professional. And there is no dumb question, because these are legal documents. These are legal paperworks. So we have 0% error. We have no room for error. These documents must be correct, because no one wants to go back and rework a legal document. You want to get it right the first time. And so those are all the things that I teach. But the goal is $8,000 a day. For the days that you don't make $1,000, it may be averaging $800 a week, which to me, $800 a day, which to me, that's still a very good salary. That we're talking about cash notary, your cash notary business, and you have to build that with your clientele. I teach you how to build that, how to market that, so that there is more notaries in the market. I can't make all the money. That's why I opened up Greatness and birthed Greatness, because Greatness right now is Florida based, but within the next 6 months, I plan to do all 50 states and have notaries all around the world up under Greatness, closing loans, doing mobile transactions, and just doing what we do as notaries. So that is to come. Why? Because I want to elevate my company. If I stay complacent, then I'm not learning anything. I'm not growing. And one thing about it, I want my bank account to be an overflow. So how do I do that? I get up and I work my business. I work my business. I do not want to work for anybody 8 to 5. I do not want to clock in on anybody's job, have them tell me what to do, when to show up, when to clock in, when to leave, when to use my vacation time. All of those things just sound very controlling to me. So I like to be free as a bird, set my own clients, my own appointments, my own time. But again, this is my company that I built for the ground up. Been a notary for very, very many years, and I enjoy it. I enjoy cash notarizations. I enjoy what I do as a notary. I enjoy clients telling me, thank you so much. I didn't know how to get my estate closed, or I didn't know how to get my quitclaim deed. I'm also going to teach a session on QCD, quitclaim deed. So I'm going to call that signed, sealed, and delivered, where you can actually notarize the quitclaim deed for the client or clients, however many people on the deed. Draw up the paperwork, notarize it, and file it at the courthouse. Call it signed, sealed, and delivered, which means you will deliver it to the courthouse, get the receipt, take the original document back, because here locally they just scan the document and give it back, and give the original document back to the clients with the receipts, and then charge them a flat rate. And just that service in itself could yield you $4 off of one client. Just knowing how to do a QCD could yield you $400. Okay, somebody says, how long does it take you to do it? Well, quitclaim deed of Florida, I got it on a PDF. I type it, print it, notarize it, take it to the courthouse. Let's say driving to the client was 30 minutes. Let's say my trip to the courthouse was 30 minutes. An hour. And then, of course, to drop it back off to the client. So let's say a whole 2 hours. Even if it was 2 hours, let's round it up. Took me 2 hours. So in 2 hours, I made $400 cash. I didn't have to wait for a paycheck. I didn't have to wait for the boss to tell me I couldn't get paid because they're broke. I didn't have to do anything other than use my notary stamp and make my notary stamp work for me to support the lifestyle and the luxuries that I desire. I believe that my notary stamp is the most powerful thing in my purse. Because what else in my purse can make me $400 in an hour or two? I'm just not sure what I could carry in my purse that could make me that kind of money. Cash. We're not talking about check. Cash. So Cash App, Zelle is cash. It goes in my bank account, or they give me just green cash, the green stuff. And that's cool with me. So yesterday alone, from 3 clients was a $700 day. So did it take me some time to drive from location to location? Yes. Did it cost me some gas? Yes. So let's say I spent 3 hours making $700 a day. It cost me, we'll say a tank of gas. It cost me $40. It didn't take me the whole tank, but let's just round it up. So $40 in gas and 3 hours of my time, and I made $700. So we got to make sure that we're connected to positive people who are entrepreneurs, who want to strive for goals and reach for them, and that are not complacent in their life. Because it does require marketing, it does require network, but it definitely requires you to want to be successful. I can give you all the tools to be a notary. I can give you all the tools to be a signing agent, but you have to want to be successful. You have to want this life. So when my phone rings at 5 a.m. and I got to go to the hospital and do a POA, do I want to get up? No. But I definitely want that $300. $300 of sleep, I think I'll choose $300. So we have to be, in the mindset of going higher in elevation in our life, in our business, personal, whatever that goal is. So I want you guys to keep signing in, keep sharing, subscribe, keep leaving me comments. Those of you who know me personally, keep reaching out to me. It matters so much. I really appreciate it. It means a whole lot to me. And I just want to say that living in Florida, there is always going to be a document that needs to be notarized. There is always going to be an attorney who forgot something on Friday Eve that needed to be turned in or e-filed to the courts the next day or the same day. There's always going to be some type of emergency where your notary stamp can make you money. You just simply being a notary can make you money. And like I said, the next step is the notary signing agent to make you additional money. And there's no reason why you can't get money from both ends. And I recommend that for my new notaries who have not marketed, networked, and built those relationships just yet. So while you're building those relationships, you still have an income coming in. Loan docs. There's always real estate closings in Florida. I can't think of one day where a real estate closing does not happen. I have closed loans 7 days a week. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever day it is. So a real estate closing is you simply getting the docs from the escrow, title company, lender, get the signatures, they give you a prepaid envelope, you drop it back off. Some lenders pay you by check. Some of them they do pay you by direct deposit. You'll fill out a little slip, your little 1099, and you'll get paid. Some are weekly, some are bi-weekly, some are monthly. They all pay all different kind of ways. I have some that once I FedEx the docs back or UPS the docs, like a little response email. Let's say I mailed it out on Monday, they got it Wednesday. Friday or Saturday. Make sure, you ask, how do you guys pay your notary signing agents? And normally they tell you, well, we pay on Fridays, or we pay every week, or we pay when we get the documents back. So let's just make sure, and those are things that I cover in the class so that you know how to make the money. You've got that money coming in. You are marketing your cash notary business. So now you have that money coming in. And so that in itself should keep you definitely busy no matter what your financial goals are. I know for me, it's about lifestyle and comfortability. I love to be comfortable in my lifestyle. I love to have all of these nice things and bells and whistles, but it requires money. What does that mean? I have to have money to pay for all of these nice things that I like. Okay, guys, like, share, and subscribe. I wish I could flip this camera around, but I'm on the Buckman Bridge. So that's the St. Johns River. And so I'm going to my cat scribe, Leilana Bell, Jacksonville, Florida. Birthday chick, Libras for life. Okay, guys, you guys have an awesome Saturday. And we appreciate it. I appreciate it. Everything you guys do. Like, share, and subscribe. Leilana Bell.